Hello, hello. Oh, I need to update on this machine. I have not updated. How are things? How are things? Did I get my peppermint bark that Casey sent? No, no. However, you know what I did do? I flew to California, drove for an hour from LAX to Orange County. On the way, I stopped at a coffee shop that happened to be at a mall, and there was a Williams Sonoma store right there, and they had peppermint bark in the store. So I got a thing of peppermint bark. And then I flew back here, and then it's been another week and a half since I got back. So they'll ship it sometime. The people want to see me on Lex. That might happen someday. You never know. I mean, I think he just said he wants to interview game programmers, right? Why did it say conflict, but then I update? What? That's weird. I'll do it again just in case. How are things down in the USA? Seems like a lot of stuff is getting done real fast. I am happy. The newest banger, the bangers are happening so fast that they can't keep up, right? It's like Blitzpolitik. The new banger is Pete Hegseth is now confirmed as Secretary of Defense, which is pretty amazing. Pretty amazing, I think. We'll see. We'll see. You never know. Could be bad, but it seems good. So what's up with JFK? I don't know. Supposedly those documents have been declassified now. I haven't heard of anyone reporting on the contents of the documents, which makes me wonder what's going on. The order has a 2-week deadline. I thought I heard that they released some of them already, though. Maybe that was wrong. They'll probably be heavily redacted. Well, then you do another executive order stating that they be unredacted. They probably didn't say anything worthwhile. Oh, there's no way that's not true. Like Martin Luther King documents? Come on, dude. Like, okay, suppose you believe that the CIA had nothing to do with JFK, right? That could be. I think they probably did, but imagine they didn't, and then there just wouldn't be documents to report. But like, we know the FBI was fucking with MLK. Like that is proven without a doubt historically. So like, if those documents don't come out, then you know fraud's happening. Okay. So it has been decided by me until such time as I maybe redecide later. That I want to, we talked about this last night on the stream. I want to switch the overhead map control to see, this is called toggle zoom, and I don't. I don't think I like that command anymore. We'll change it maybe. This is going to, Q is now going to be toggle local area map, right? And I'm going to do several changes. So right now, there is no local area map if you haven't picked one up. But if you're not, or you know, if you're not in the area of something that you picked up, but that's weird, it would be kind of unresponsive to just only have this work sometimes. So what I want to have it do actually is if you're in a local area, you get the whole thing. If you're not in a very specific local area, it'll just do a default thing where it gives you like your screen plus about, you know, a 0.5 or 0.7 screen radius so that it's actually useful in random locations. So that's the plan. What about the so-called classified documents about UFOs? Yeah, you know, here's the thing. If you're being smart, which it sounds like they are, right? You don't actually demand all of these at the same time, even if you plan to declassify them, because you'll overload. Like with the politics part, they're trying to overload so the media and the Democratic Party can't fight them with sound bites and stuff, right? But when you want the information out there, you want to trickle it, right? So they do the assassinations first, right? And then those are big stories. And then you do some of the other stuff, right? Like, you know, Iraq or 9/11 or something like that. I don't know. UFOs. There's that guy who claimed to bring UFO stuff by helicopter in. I just stopped following all the UFO claims because they are like literally all without evidence, or if they show evidence, it's literally the worst video you've ever seen, right? So like, I'm not interested in UFO stuff until something legit actually happens. Your theory on why UFO info is still classified, it has a potential to stop World War III. I mean, here's why UFO stuff does not make any sense unless, with the caveat, unless there's something really, really, really dramatic that we don't know and we're not imagining. The reason it doesn't make sense is because, like, it's not like the US is the only high technology nation on the earth that could possibly detect and track UFOs and have secrets about them, right? You could name many other countries, right? Like, pick any other country that has nukes or can launch spacecraft. They're probably at the requisite technology level, right? And how many countries is that? Like 20, 30? I don't know. So, like, what is the game theory where they all would keep UFOs secret? That doesn't make any sense to me, right? Like, why doesn't India just like say, yeah, we're tracking UFOs. Check out this one over here. We'll show you this one that we caught. Like, somebody would do it. And the fact that nobody is doing it either means it's all fake or there's something really, really dramatic that we're not imagining. Like, maybe we're just talking to the aliens and they're like, if you actually admit that we exist, we'll do something bad or whatever, right? But like this middle ground that people seem to be occupying, that's like, oh, the USA is keeping them secret in Area 51. That doesn't make any sense. So many other nations would have this stuff. Yeah, India would be all over the UFO thing. No, they totally would. They'd be like, dude, these are maybe related to what our stories are about, right? But what if they just follow US protocol? Wait, who's they? Do you mean India and China and Russia? Why? What if India and China and Russia just follow U.S. protocols? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, we're at war with Russia. Why would they follow U.S. protocols? It doesn't make any sense. Okay. Toggle, instead of toggle zoom, this is going to be called toggle overhead map, or now, you know what? We'll do both of these, and then just, if we're not in a per screen thing, then they'll both just cycle viewpoints, I guess. Do I use AI to code? Lol. All right. Where is that? It's probably in player control. This is my AI right here. Check it out. It's an advanced search AI protocol. Yeah, it's in player control. Nope. So toggle zoom. This is going to be toggle overhead map. What did I call it? Yeah, just toggle overhead map, and then toggle local area map. Why do we say defaults keyboard and defaults gamepad everywhere? Like, what the fuck is the point of that? I'm gonna have to still clean this stuff up. I don't understand why he did all this. Just put everything in all the key maps. Like, what? I don't know. We'll look at it later. We got bigger fish to fry. Okay, so toggle map zoom. It's also called from here, toggle alternate camera. All right, let's go look at what that does. Okay, so like, bruh. Yeah, this code got messy anyway, right? So So if there's no print screen camera, we're just going to go cycle alternate views, manager, and return. All right. And then we're going to get rid of that. Ugh, bro, the fat finger. And then cycle alternate views. Okay. So now this is going to be called actually from the editor, we're just going to call cycle alternate views. All right. And then here, all right, so this is actually going to be different. So hold on, let's reduce the bindings. The binding energy of all these things. Okay, so do that. Do that. All right. Okay. Have I checked out the soap call libs? No. No. I don't know. I don't know. Is this a bathrobe stream? I mean, apparently it is. Apparently it is. However, I left the hot tub in the other room. Sad. What did I see at Edgelord? I mean, they moved to a new office in Miami, and they were just showing me around their office and the stuff they were working on. And, we talked about potential business stuff because they're doing some game things. Am I in Miami? No, this was a month ago. I was visiting. I came to town because it's not a bad idea when you live in Colorado to take a couple trips in December, January, February. You know what I'm saying? So I did a Miami. There is a race to weaponize the alien tech. That's why no country talks about it. I mean, no, because then someone super behind would talk about it. Right? Edgelord, probably Unity Shop. It looked like they were doing a few different things. I mean, the thing is, like, they do some game stuff. They do some previs stuff. They do some just like CG kind of things. So I feel like actually they were using Unreal for a lot of stuff. But for games, I don't know. You know what I didn't get a look at? So they posted like some weird like swim into shark's mouth game thing. And I didn't see that when I went there. So maybe they dropped that one, or maybe we just didn't talk about it. I don't know. You found yourself checking if not pressed in all your key map handlers to avoid repeat events, but you notice I never do that. I don't have that problem, so I'm not sure if we're doing something a little different. Like, I'm trying to remember. Like, no, we don't have any problem holding down F11 and having it, you know, toggle. I'm not sure if that's because we do have a repeat skip somewhere, or because you know there's this whole thing about button events and text input events being different, right? And like text input definitely has repeats, but maybe button events don't. I don't remember. Market seems very hard these days. Yeah. I mean, 2024 was basically the hardest year in video game history, apparently. So that's not any surprise. But, I mean, as always, like some people are going to succeed and win, and maybe that's you, right? And so you just have to look at the situation and say, what does it make sense for me to do? And it's very contextual, you know? Will I be invited to Lex Friedman? I'm not in charge of who gets invited onto Lex Friedman. So, you know, ask someone who's in charge of that whether I will be invited. I also don't know the future. I could answer your question if I could tell the future, but that would mean there's no free will. So, Balatro 1 2024, kind of. I mean, it came out in 2023, didn't it? But I guess a lot of people were late to it. Yeah, I would win all the meme coins if I knew the future, dude. I would be buying so much fart coin right now and I would just sell it at exactly the right time. Ever written client-side prediction? Yes. Yes, I have. I mean, my first professional game was a client-server sci-fi war game in 1996 to 1999. We worked on that. I did all that shit, man. Okay. Streaming makes me tired, man. I don't know what it is. Okay, so basically the conundrum that I have, the quantum conundrum that I have is I want to make two versions of this function. Okay. And those versions of this function are going to be split apart of what's down here into just the overhead map or the local area. All right. Now the problem is I kind of don't want to duplicate all this. I mean, I could factor this into a mini function. Does that help very much? I don't know. Probably not. Let's do that. just to progress our thought a little bit. So I'm going to put this there. I'm going to call this get enabled gameplay overhead map camera control. All right. So we just factored out that tiny bit. Do I feel better about this? Probably. So this is going to be toggle overhead map. And we're going to have a toggle local area map. And got to go back to player control and change the calling sites of these. Like at this point, it's like, why don't we just put this code over here or this code over there? Because manager could be context.energy manager anyway. I don't know. Anyway, so toggling overhead map. Now these become simpler because instead of handling three things at once, actually, we want this. If we're in overhead map, then we switch it, right? Else, okay, no, this is wrong. Like it's literally that. All right. And then we're just going to do this one and we're going to do the same. We're going to go, if this is, we don't even need to do this yet. Because, like I said, we're going to have a different thing for local areas. So that's that. Toggle zoom. Oh, this must be for gamepad stuff or some kind of remapping. All right. Oh, we got to change the defaults, right? Where do the defaults come from? Anyway, we'll find out. So in menu, toggle zoom. What is get identifier name? The hell is that? Oh, it's literally... All right, we're going to see what... I don't know what this code's doing. All right, we have an undeclared identifier camera still. Oh, toggle zoom. So this is the prompt that pops up. No check-in, do the prompt for local area map. We're not going to worry about the prompting exactly yet, but who UI toggle zoom. Okay, so UI, all this stuff has to get replaced. UI toggle overhead map. All right. Dude, why is Windows... I pasted the thing and I just couldn't tell where it was. Thought I pasted the thing. Wait. Why is this so bad? Note that I'm not trying to use the search because the search is fucking horrible as well. All right. Why don't I have file suffixes? Have I somehow not turned that on this machine? Did it get reset? I don't know, dude. All right. Camera. All right. Did I see that new Doom Dark Ages preview? I did not. Does it still have the weird dragon who does kinky sex stuff? Or did they change that? Um, okay. What do I want to do? I want to go to the overworld and just see what happens when I do this. There's my overhead map. Mr. Streamer, why is the frame rate low? There's my local area map. Both of these are working. Now, keyboard controls. Okay, so these are probably in the strings file. So we got to replace those. Yeah, toggle overhead map. All right, so fuck. Dude, switching PCs sucks so much. I do it so many times. I do it multiple times a year, and like stuff's never set up because of that. It's horrible. I don't know why I use this stupid ass program. PO format sucks. I'm determined that we will switch away from it to ship this game because it sucks so bad. But whatever. All right. So, whoa, what's going on here? Did I like... Oh, that was when I changed the color and I didn't... Is this bitmap black? Oh, that's so retarded. All right. Yeah, the bitmap must have a hard-coded black background. That is terrible. We'll deal with it later. So let me fix this. I just changed this last night. It's also too bright of a color, but... So this says unmapped, which is not good. This also says unmapped, which is not good. Secondary action is not good. It should just say magic or something. Or maybe that's A. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah. Did I read The Positronic Man? Probably an incredibly long time ago. Can I explain why I switch PCs so often? No. Why would I bother explaining that? Like you can't even think of a reason. All right. So I'm not sure why it says unmapped as opposed to giving me an error. So let's go look at that. And let's also fix the colors. All right. Okay. So why is it unmapped? Let's look for, I don't know, do we have any more toggle zooms? No. Right stick click. I still don't know where the defaults come from. Okay. Maybe they're in a secondary folder. Oh, maybe they're in the defaults. Right, okay. So this is a little bit annoying because we're actually out of controls here. Because we've got friendly dragon bound to a thing. We need to figure out what to do with that. Okay, so I mean, what have we got? What have we got here? We could use Hmm. I mean, sometimes gamepads have all these paddle buttons and stuff, but you want to map to just things that are really really gonna work. We don't have enough controls. Could I default to combos? I mean, you really don't want to start doing like button combos on gamepad is really awkward. And you don't really want to do that if you like for only one control. Because like all of a sudden you need, so right now we're using both the triggers and stuff, right? If we decide to use a trigger to mean like alternate mode, now we have two things to map, but like only two, and that's awkward and weird. So, why not a map select wheel? Because it's not like that. That would be awkward and slow and annoying. Even the character select wheel would be awkward and slow and annoying. It's just the difference is there's not really a better solution. Now that said, let me take this map select wheel idea more seriously. It's awkward unless it's on a trigger. Then we have to get rid of the side undo UI. Maybe we'll make that be a combo because that's actually also usually you have like another button besides the menu button, right? In the middle. We could make that be the side undo UI. Let's do that for now. So we're going to have this be Friendly Dragon. We're going to see how that goes. Because side undo UI doesn't even really work yet. And it is more of like a batch mode thing. So I could see that being like Friendly Dragon plus Y or something. It's just we also don't have that in our input system. Do you use the D-pad for movement? I mean, you certainly can, and some people probably want to. So why would I? The problem is some people probably want to move with the stick and some people probably want to move with the D-pad, right? And so we kind of have to let you do either of those in the default control scheme. Now that said, okay, we really only have to let you move with the left D-pad or left stick. Right now we have the right stick mapped to the same movement, right? So maybe we could map right stick, which is weird, but we're weird. You know, we're weird. Button holds versus quick press. Yeah, we could do that kind. It's just I don't want to do that kind of thing, and if I don't have to, and we would have to add some modifiers into our input system to do that. Why is this? What is it doing? Oh, that's the thing about missing gamepad events when the frame rate is low. We still have to work on that. Not tonight. So this is good. This definitely feels better. So we don't have overhead view left, local area view right. Okay, that's pretty good. You know, that might be it. I'm kind of tired tonight. It's been a short stream, but I've been working all day, man. And maybe we're good. I want to do a bunch of UI stuff, so I want to change the time controls probably. Like right now, the time controls are kind of awkward. Like they're actually better on gamepad than keyboard, but you like do this and you permanently slow down time, and you have to set it back to normal. I don't think having to set it back to normal is good. I think it's better if you like hold the shoulder button and then as soon as you release it, time goes back to normal. So I think that's what we're going to do. And that's cool because then you can interpolate toward that speed, right? Is this the same font as the Witness? Yeah, but this is not necessarily what we are going to use. Although it's hard. Like I can think of what I would want to do that's very fly and stylish, but internationalizing it would not work very well. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to do actually. Time controls on right stick. The further it's pushed, the faster time moves. I mean, the thing is, it's just not very good. Like partial stick moves are not very good. You don't have very much accuracy or control. So I just never do them. It's like, look, you're pushing the stick or not, right? I mean, you could have some game where you have subtle stick moves, but it's very contextual. It's very contextual. Did I stream the Steam Deck gameplay? That was last night, bro. That was like 24 hours ago. What are you talking about? Dude, there's been like 57 executive orders since I did the Steam Deck gameplay. Anyway, we'll think some more about gamepad controls. We have a long time. We have a long time to do that. So anyway, I got the basic functionality change in. There's my overhead map. I was going to do a little more, right? I was going to do the thing where if I go outside the zone that we would, instead of zooming in, this font, I like the stones, but the font's hard to read. And it doesn't look that good. So we're going to have to think about this one some more. Like, I think if we had smaller stones in the middle, like overlapping, it would be good. And we need the squares. So that's a new. We're doing these game names as the current experiment. That one looks great. This one over here looks great. Skipping stones one, we gotta iterate on that one. But it's going really fast. How big do I estimate the final game to be in gigabytes? Well, I can tell you how big our package is currently, because I just did one yesterday. This was we'll probably try to get the size down. It's 17 gigs right now, but there's all these decisions that we haven't made, like, do we want to compress some of our files, or do we just let, because I think all these systems do compression, but, it's the usual thing of maybe we load them faster if we compress them ourselves as opposed to just for download and all that. And, like, we haven't even looked at our texture sizes and gone through and tried to optimize those and stuff. So yeah, this is currently 17 gigs. Is it going to be twice this big on release? I doubt it. It might. I would say that's the upper bound. The upper bound is 35. Maybe it's this size on release. Maybe it's smaller on release. Audio. No, our audio is substantial. Our audio is probably like 400 megabytes at least. Which is not that big of a percentage of this total, but yeah. How much of that is texture data? I don't know. I mean, we actually, when we ran the thing, we got a report of what all the files were, but that has scrolled off the scroll back. Ugh. Why are we shipping libfbx SDK? It's because, and libcurl, we should not be sending those out. So we will cut those. We're probably not even going to have any videos, so we'll take Bink out. We'll get tiny size savings here. We just basically copy all the DLLs right now. So we've got telemetry in there. Yeah, we got to remove most of these. What's the resolution on the audio files? Pretty high, of course. You want high quality audio, right? All right, everybody. I'm going to bed. I will see you all later. We have not decided what platforms. We'll at least do Windows. We'll probably do at least one game console. It is up in the air. Thanks, everybody.